What's going on, guys? Newportcity Nightmare back with you once again for the Newportcity Nightmare podcast. Bear with me, guys, today because I do have a bit of a flu, but we'll get through this. Been a great week in professional wrestling. But like I said, we're going to get through this. We're going to get straight into the Monday Night Raw reviews, if you bear with me. Yeah, woke up yesterday. Felt like shit. Don't know why. Oh, falling asleep already. Yeah, it's ain't going to be the greatest, but I said I've got to try and get through it. This week's Raw, of course, was headlined by the World Heavyweight Championship match between Seth Rollins and Jey Uso. Of course, that was a good match. Enjoyed that. Literally, I'm going to go through these like really quickly. Like I said, I'm not well, but we had Sami Zayn first come out. They had a promo with Drew to kick off their match. Very good match between Drew and Sami. With, I think Drew won in the end, if I remember. But yeah, really good match. Really enjoyed that. Gotta see more. And I'm loving Drew's constant heel tactics at the moment. You've got to love Drew McIntyre when he's on this kind of form. Who's he going to face at WrestleMania? That's what everything's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. You know, as we walk into the road to WrestleMania, of course, and the road to the Royal Rumble. But yeah, Drew hit the Claymore kick for the win after 20 minutes, which is a good 20-minute match. Seemed to have a lot of that on this show, on Raw's show. Of course, we had really good opener and a really good main event. So we've got to give it to video package then for main event Jey Uso. Let's go through this quickly. Looking at my notes, I wrote these notes literally Tuesday. So Becky Lynch was interviewed and Nia Jax showed up. I think they're having a match next week. Then had Shayna Baszler versus Nia Jax. Nia Jax won with the I think the Banzai drop, and obviously she needed to win that match up. Yeah, the Annihilator, which is actually a good name for a finisher move. So good on Nia Jax for the win. Literally had a phone call, so of course I had to stop this little part. But yeah, we had CM Punk's going to be on Friday night, which we'll get into in a bit. Before that, Becky Lynch and Nia Jax had their standing. So obviously they're going to have a match tonight on Raw. We then had Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa against Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. 2 out of 3 falls. Thoroughly enjoyed this match. Reminded me of an old NXT tag team title match, to be perfectly honest. Obviously these guys, used to be in NXT, so that's to be expected. But yeah, it was a good match in the end. In the end, we had the winner was DIY, so it was good for them. Of course, as always good to see DIY get the win. Let's hopefully they can click on, right? These fucking notes are all over the shop. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I am all over the shop today. Not very well, but we'll get there. So yeah, Imperium got the first win. Then it was 1-1, tied at 1-1, and then of course the winners Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. After the match, Vinci and Kaiser explained that Gunther because Vinci wasn't going to do it. So we had a backstage thing with the Creed brothers, congratulated by the New Day after their win last week. They're number 1 contenders for when, I don't know. Judgment Day's in their clubhouse with R-Truth, that was funny. Caden Carter and Katana Chance. They were in tag action against, I can't even remember now, against Natalia and Tegan Knox. I think they lost as well. I think, yeah, Chance and Carter won that. So maybe they'll go be next for the tag titles. Fingers crossed. They are good. Cody saying, Cody was wanted to know why Nakamura is doing this, and they are going to face next week. So that should be tonight, I should say. That'll be fun. We then had, I think it was a tag match, wasn't it? Yeah, the Creed brothers against Dom and JD McDonough. The Creeds won. I think we expected that, didn't we? Brutus Ball on 11 minutes for the win. Raw's is just so long, isn't it? I mean, it's just so long. Sorry if you hear someone walking past you, guys. Next Monday, then we got in Cleveland, Ohio. Got Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. Cody Rhodes versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I fucking with. And CM Punk will make his decision. And Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins, great match, and Seth came out on top in the end. Drew McIntyre then attacked him. And I reckon we're gonna have Drew versus Seth at the Rumble. Well, like I said, I was going to do NXT this week. We will do NXT Deadline though. We'll do NXT Deadline. We'll get into the SmackDown review quickly. Do this day in wrestling. We'll get a flock out here. SmackDown was good. I enjoyed it. I couldn't sleep really, but so I did watch it, but it's because I couldn't sleep. But here we are. Here we go. SmackDown. Bear with, guys. Yeah, CM Punk is gonna make his decision on Raw, so I'm quite happy about that. The Punk is gonna make his decision, but yeah, Randy Orton. So we're basically what happened on the night. I'll go through it myself. CM Punk done his promo that he should have done on Raw last week. He didn't do that on Raw, but he did it here on SmackDown, and it was a very good win. He took a shot at the Bucks, not straight at the Bucks, but you know what he was going for. He said the Roman Reigns, he could face him. He didn't say Seth Rollins by name either, so I imagine it's going to be him and Rollins at either Mania or Rumble. It was a tribute to the Troops special, so obviously they had some country singers singing, but never heard of them. And out Santos Escobar against Dragon Elite to progress in the US title tournament. Good match again, but they didn't get very long as they did at Survivor Series. So it's like, yeah. Cody Rhodes then introduced the US Army drill team. It's like, I'm never against the US Army and everything, but it's like, I do think they overdo this. So I'm just like, I love the tribute to the Troops. It's great for them, but it's like, is it really nice or is it propaganda? I don't know, but you make your own assumption, guys. Bobby Lashley then defeated Karrion Kross to move on in the US title tournament. I think this was obviously going to happen. But Bobby Lashley gets the win over Karrion Kross. CM Punk then comes out, and his goal is to main event WrestleMania. Asuka defeated Charlotte, and actually Charlotte after the match apparently might be injured. So Charlotte might be able to wrestle. Apparently, it looks really bad. So we'll hear more about that. Main event was Randy Orton and LA Knight defeating Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. So, and I thoroughly think that LA Knight's going to be facing. I think LA Knight's going to be facing the one and the only Logan Paul. So that was SmackDown. SmackDown was pretty decent as well. We'll just go through the deadline results quickly. Like I said, this... Of course, this is going to be next week. I was thinking about having a really long stream today. A really long... you know, a really long podcast today, and it just haven't happened, man. I'm not right. So... we'll get back to a longer stream next week. This is just literally a quick one, but I want to get it done for you guys because, of course. So results from deadline. First matchup was Axiom versus Nathan Fraser. Axiom getting the win. Them two have seemed to have faced so many times. It was a 10-minute match. Open the pay-per-view right. It was Dragon Lee with Rey Mysterio defeating Dirty Dom by pinfall in another 10-minute match to become the NXT North American champion. Davenport won the women's Iron Survivor, so I imagine she's going to face off against the champion. Carmelo Hayes then beat Lexis King, otherwise known as Brian Pillman Jr. 11-minute match. Trick Williams won the Iron Survivor Challenge, which was bonkers because he had 4 pinfalls in about a minute, which is a bit ridiculous. But Kiana James beat Roxanne Perez in a steel cage, so I imagine Roxy's going up to the main roster after WrestleMania, or maybe even before, maybe at the Royal Rumble. And then Ilya Dragunov defeated Baron Corbin in a 20-minute match. Was it that long? For Baron Corbin? Me. Can't have Baron Corbin in a match like that, surely. But yeah, deadline was alright. So I'm not covering NXT, but obviously I'm going to cover NXT next week. Let's get to this day in wrestling then. Because I'm going to have another kip because I don't feel great. But I know I've said that about 4 times, but I said still give you a little bit of content, guys. It's always nice. Yeah, December the 11th. On this day in wrestling history. So here we go. Let's get to this day in wrestling history and we'll get the hell out of here. 1975, All Japan Pro Wrestling hosts its first show in the famous Budokan Hall in Tokyo. The main event was Giant Baba against the Destroyer. Oh, Giant Baba and Destroyer defeated Jumbo Tsuruta and Dory Funk Jr. 97. Raw taping in Lowell, Massachusetts. WWE Commissioner Sergeant Slaughter sets up a European Championship match between Shawn Michaels and his D-Generation X cohort Triple H. Can't remember that night. Could watch that later. I might even give you a bonus podcast this week, guys, and do like a watch along on Friday. See what I'm like by then. At the weekly NWA, this is 2002, taping in Nashville, Tennessee. Sonny Siaki defeated Jerry Lynn to win the NXT NWA X Division Championship. 2005, TNA Turning Point took place at the Impact Zone in Orlando. No title changes took place. On the event with Jeff retaining his World Heavyweight Championship. Of course he did. 2009. Fucking hell, I should have fucking turned my bloody calls off when I'm doing this. Should know better than this. Shows. 2010 Tribute to the Troops was taped in Texas. The show aired on the network a week later. The main event saw John Cena, Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio victorious over The Miz, Wade Barrett, and Alberto Del Rio. Or as I call him, Alberto Del fucking Wanker. TNA held the Final Resolution pay-per-view in 2011. There were no title changes in the main event of the World Heavyweight Championship. World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles went 3-3 draw in a 30-minute Iron Man match. Also in 2011, WWE presented a tribute to the troops at the Crane Coliseum in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Yeah, most of these are going to be tribute to the troops. NXT TakeOver Our Evolution And a certain Kevin Owens debuted on that night in 2014. Of course, then powerbombing Sami Zayn in the main event, the cost to set their match. 2019 NXT Weekly TV show at Full Sail. Angel Garza defeated Leo Rush to win the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Oh, I remember that. 2019 All Elite Wrestling held the 11th episode of AEW Dynamite in Garland, Texas. The main event saw the Young Bucks defeat Santana and Ortiz in a street fight. Yeah, of course they did, because they're assholes. I shouldn't be so biased against the Bucks, but I hate them. Notable wrestling birthdays: Sonny Kiss, James Ellsworth, and Rey Mysterio. Right, so that's your lot for today. Like I said, it's not a long podcast. It's only like 15 minutes long. This. I'll be back. I could do a watch along this week, so I might do that. See what I'm like on Friday. I could do a watch along of an old pay-per-view. If you want to, well, depending on what pay-per-view you want to see, it has to be a December pay-per-view. Let me know down below. But thanks guys for joining me. Just remember to share this video whenever you see it, or podcast whenever you see it. And I'll definitely be back Monday. We'll see what I see you guys.